Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number
200.
Here's Tatum and slam.
You play 2K.
All the time.
You act.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Dave. Well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point. And for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Garland in at the point.
So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. They get the rebound. A second chance effort, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Miami. This is his first free throw of the game.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach.
Here's Osman. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. 5 on the clock. The shot by Sexton, no good.
They are out of rhythm, 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Offensive rebound.
Second chance opportunities. Love with the great instincts beats everyone to the ball.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Now here's Butler. Defense is right there. Stolen by Garland. One-on-one fast break. Banked in off the glass. Heat on offense. It's a 3-point game. Adebayo passes to Robinson. The kick outside to Butler. Passes it to Adebayo. Over Garland. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And bam, Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Here's Adebayo. Following the basket by Colin Sexton. They get a hand on it. To the paint. Here's Nunn. And it's good. 2 points.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Garland. And Jones sends it back.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
That one falls. Butler's got 6.
If you're defending Jimmy Butler, you got to hit him harder than that.
Here's Garland. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Here's Osman. Kicks it out to Love. Hits the 3-point bomb. Love's got his second bucket of the night.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. 4 on the clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. Jacks up a 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
It's not unusual these days. Teams are more than willing to go deep into that bench to find answers for certain matchups. This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
Robinson kicks to Jones. Back to Robinson. The kick outside to Butler. The pass to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by Miami. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Drummond dishes to Sexton. That 3 off the mark.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the basket by Jones. There's 14 seconds left in the first. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. Ahead. And Adebayo throws it down.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
Garland, no good on the last second attempt there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a... You learn about Jimmy Butler, difficult journey to where he is.
Basketball, that's that.
Well, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
On the court for Miami here in the second, we've got Jay Crowder. Hero out there with Dragic. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Iguodala in at the 3 slot. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school. I didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
And Olynyk up and down at the free throw line early in his career, but with his touch, he's bound to become more consistent.
Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. Then I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
And looking confident. When Nance can hit the jump shot, this offense becomes much more dynamic.
Leonard, no luck. Cavaliers leading. There's Porter with the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Porter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the 3.
Olynyk finds Leonard, and that one, good. And it's 8 points for Kelly Olynyk.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Dragic. Garland with the bucket. Garland's got his second bucket tonight.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
The drive by Iguodala. Dishes it to Olynyk. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Olynyk's got 10.
They are just killing them on the interior.
To the right side. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Dragic. Garland with the bucket. 6 points for him.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
So both teams making some changes here.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Sexton, the pass to Drummond. Over in the corner, Osman. And another three for Cleveland.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here's Porter. Now Sexton. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
Leonard finds Adebayo.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
For Miami, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
The Heat making a switch here. 24 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Sexton. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got the lead up to 7 now for the Cavs.
Multi-time NBA rebound leader. Might want to think about putting a body on Drummond.
Here's Butler. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Butler's got 8 points.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers on top. They lead.
Thanks
for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by... And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, Kelly Olynyk displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Cleveland, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center position. Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession. Cleveland leading by 5. And with the summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Robinson passes to Adebayo. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
This is the one thing you can count on from Kevin Love. He's going to stay active in the lane.
Jones against Love. Back to Butler. Pass to Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. Good. Nice job down low. Adebayo's got 7 points.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Butler understands the importance of keeping his teammates involved.
Here's Sexton. Got a piece of it. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Here's Nunn. Oh, good with the triple. And it's Love with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That sets off a 5-game tour for them.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So much new technology. A lot of it's so exciting, Steve. Did you see the demo of the jersey that can change a player's name and number the other day? Wow, that was something.
I did. I saw the demonstration that Adam Silver did. It is fantastic. I was thinking about myself, Kevin. I played for 7 teams. That's a lot of changing of the name and number.
That really is. Garland dishes to Nance. To the middle. Here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches. Right at the basket.
Passes it to Jones. And it's slammed in by Jones.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Sexton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Sexton's got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Dragic kicks to Adebayo. Dragic looking it over. He feeds it to Jones. He's off on that one. Good D by Thompson. Cleveland leading by 11. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. There's Garland. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. There's Garland. And another 3 for Cleveland.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
Robinson passes to Jones. Tipped away. Down low. An easy 2 points on the layup. Jones has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Here's Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
And this is why you got to prevent Sexton from getting in the lane. Once he does, he just explodes towards the basket. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Garland. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
Jones, no luck. To the inside. Nance misses the layup.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll return shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Myers Leonard is out there with Jay Crowder. And there's Iguodala. And it's Hero into the 2 spot.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Porter kicks to Drummond. Back to Porter. Down low. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Nunn, defended by Sexton. The kick out to Crowder. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Nunn can't get it to fall. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And the shot goes in. 9 points for Love. The Heat shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Count it.
Showing he's not just a perimeter threat. Crowder attacking the heart of that defense.
Porter looking it over. Kicks it to Drummond. Pass to Osman. And the rejection by Iguodala.
And Iggy demonstrating his trademark defense yet again. Just a sensational shot blocker.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Porter dishes to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Here's Crowder. And no good. Good D by Love. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul. Cleveland leading by 16. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Up top, Porter drops in the layup for 2. The Heat trail by 18. Nunn passes to Olynyk. Here's Silva. Olynyk trying to break loose, and the basket is good.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And that one drops for him. Porter's got 6 in the quarter. The Heat have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Nunn passes to Hero. To the middle. Here's Olynyk. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Steve, when it comes to creating contact, which offensive moves can create the impression of a foul where the defensive player can do nothing about it?
I think ripping through the defender's arms is really tough for the defensive guy right now, Kevin. That's a hard move to defend if you're the defender.
Smitty, I think guys actually practice this, don't they? Ways they can kind of lure a defensive player in like this.
They do. They're strong enough now, and also they are, like you said, practicing that type of move.
Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
Just 5 to shoot. Robinson finds Adebayo, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective. Beasting on defense. First he closes out hard on the shooter, then he attacks the glass. Filthy.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Cleveland.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Love.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
Now here is Dellavedova. D right on him. And it's Exum in the corner. He's looking for Bell and finds him. Exum deciding where to go with it. Three-pointer on the way. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Chris Silva.
Outside Dragic. And the layup's good off the glass.
And we see this a lot with Gorn, using his size and craftiness to finish inside.
And here's Exum. The three. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Coming right up, we welcome you to Noche NBA. Thanks, DA. So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Adebayo. Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the 1. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the move, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Poked loose and stolen by Butler to the paint, and here we go. Butler heading to the hoop.
You got to be more careful around Butler. I mean, he's terrific at bouncing over the opposition and taking the ball away.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
Augustine finds Gordon. Second shot opportunity. Makes it off the glass.
Well, you know what I like to say? Persistence pays. And with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
Here's Adebayo. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Adebayo's got 6.
Red hot so far. 4 for 4. Cooking with gas. Couldn't draw it up any better.
Back to Fournier. Shoots. The Magic getting another chance here. Right wing. And Augustine kicks to Ennis. Clock at 6. Now here is Augustine. He's tightly guarded.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Yep, it counts.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss the way they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Shot from the top of the key, and it's Miami with the rebound.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here is Augustine. His last outing, 16 points for him. Fournier, that's for 2. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You know, that kind of unselfishness, guys, from Augustine is really infectious, especially when it's coming from your point guard.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
And it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly.
Ross is checked in for the Magic. 1:29 left to play here in the first. The drive by Gordon. Good work defensively by Crowder.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And here's the break. Here's Gordon. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Gordon's got his second basket of the game.
Gordon is one of those guys who loves physical contact. He's really skilled at finishing over difficult defense.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. And Miami with a change here, too. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Chalk up 2 there.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Here's Adebayo. Birch grabs the board. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to Chicago. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fultz, no good. The Heat leading by 5. Here's Adebayo. Ross grabs the board. Here's Bamba. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. Outside Crowder. 1 second left. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Miami ahead, leading by 5. The second quarter coming up. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a friend.
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it, but...
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Heat.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Fultz is out there with Michael Carter Williams. Then it's Terrence Ross. And there's Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Fultz. Crowder against Bamba. Crowder, the pass to Leonard. Here's Dragic. Oh, that's blocked. They retain possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Friday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And for that game against the Bulls, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
That one's not going to go. And Miami the other way now. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Goes back up. Orlando grabs the miss.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And finished off by Fultz.
Boy, when he's going to the rack, he has his height set on jamming it down, Kevin. Tenacious throwdown by Fultz.
Now the pass to Olynyk. Now Adebayo. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. When these players get to the free throw line, it's nearly automatic. The 2K leaderboards show us this month's free throw shooting percentage leaders. Michael Carter Williams, 4th.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavered.
Ross for 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep. lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? The direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
Fournier dishes to Ross. Back to Fournier. Tries again.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Butler. He's so quick off the ground to block shots.
And taking a look at some numbers from Markelle Fultz, how the second half of the season has shaped up for him. Averaging 13 points per game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they're giving him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
The Magic making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. Robinson's checked in for Miami. And the 6'7" swingman, Terrence Ross, the number 8 pick out of Washington.
Well, you know, the shooting and leaping ability of Ross, phenomenal. I mean, I think the defensive end is where he can solidify his game and really improve. He's got all the tools, though, to be an excellent two-way player.
Here's Gordon. The Magic again can't hit. He'd have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. With the shot. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. For Miami, they have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. James Ennis, he'll check in for Terrence Ross. And Miami with a change here, too. Heroes checked in for Jimmy Butler.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Three-pointer Augustine. They get it again. Outside Fournier. Good ball movement here by the Magic. 5 on the clock to the left side wing. Ennis. Robinson with the block. They get it back, and that one is good. Vucevic has got the lead up to 1 now for the Magic. And Miami shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Inside. Here's Silva. Here's Olynyk. Lays it up off the glass.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
Here's Fournier, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Magic.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Leonard against Gordon. Pass to Ennis. Gordon inside.
And that's Gordon's game now. You can't give him room to hit the launch pad, because if he does, he's throwing it down every time.
The Heat trail by 4. Takes it out to Leonard. Buries it down low. Leonard's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
Augustine finds Fournier. Back to Augustine. Over to the wing. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Magic lead by 4.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that can be a mistake. But they weren't shooting it especially well early on, so I think it makes sense to shy away from the triple. Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
The Heat shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got 10.
And hey, Fournier is not just an outside shooter. I mean, he can also get busy near the basket thanks to that quick release.
And And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Magic lead by 3. And thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. The second quarter was a... Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the 3rd quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And you look at Adebayo, what a contribution.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. They've got Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is. Well, I like seeing Butler show off his mad hops. This guy's got big-time bounce and knows how to slam it down with authority.
Knocked loose. Butler with the steal. Adebayo down low. Vucevic defending. And it's blocked by Gordon. Outside Fournier. The drive by Gordon. Robinson with the block. And they're able to recover. Augustine passes to Gordon. Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. Second chance shot. Fournier's shot is off.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And the second chance effort by Gordon. Gordon's got 12.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Robinson against Fournier. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Terrence Ross is checked in for James Ennis. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Evan Fournier. Olynyk is checked in for Miami. Iguodala comes in for Robinson. Augustine with the steal. Here's Ross. And Ross with the slam.
When it comes to driving the ball inside, Ross is awesome. Remarkably quick and athletic. Knifes his way to the rim with ease.
Iguodala kicks to Adebayo. To the left wing. We know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Khem Birch comes in for Gordon. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. The Heat trail by 7. Shoots from 12. Birch grabs the board.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
The Magic again can't hit.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
It's Dragic with the drive. Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
Jake Crowder's checked in for Miami. Hero comes in for Butler. Magic leading by 7. Carter Williams dishes to Ross. Fultz the pass to Carter Williams. Leonard with the steal. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Dragic. Trying to end the drought. It's blocked. Here's Fultz, and finished off by Fultz.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
The Heat trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
He lobs it up and finished off by Fultz.
Very impressive instincts that Fultz has. I mean, especially on offense. He knows exactly when to bounce for the alley-oop.
Ross kicks to Bamba. Back to Ross. And the layup falls. Ross has got the lead up to 13 now for Orlando.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. And Fournier subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. It's Iguodala with the drive. It's good. Iguodala's got his first bucket in this one.
Man, I like the aggressiveness of Iguodala. I mean, remarkable at taking it all the way to the rack.
Fultz, and finished off by Fultz.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Orlando out in front. They lead by 13. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Basket good.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Here's Fultz. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Hero. Again, the Heat good for 2.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Vucevic the pass to Fournier, and there it is for him. And the Magic lead by 13.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Hero. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Evan Fournier. We're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. You think this is a trend? Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on it?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Robinson's checked in for Miami. He doesn't get the second one.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. A 12-point game. Passes it to Fournier. Uncovered. And too long on the shot. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Here's Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
You got to tag Butler in transition. He's got the quickness and athleticism to shred defenses in the open floor.
And the pass to Augustine. Charity stripe shot. And Jones pulls it down.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Got a hand on it. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And, you know, over time, Gordon's offensive game has evolved. I mean, he's capable of getting it going from anywhere now.
Here's none. Started by Augustine. Pass to Butler. He dishes it to Jones. 6 to shoot. Butler passes to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Boy, Butler doing a nice job taking advantage of the open man. Good quick pass there.
Magic leading by 8.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Knocked away. Here's none. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And Augustine kicks to Ennis. Back to Augustine. Buries it from 3-point range. And the Magic lead by 9.
Yeah, and Augustine continues to get it done from deep, Kevin. A consistent 3-ball shooter who gets his shot up in a hurry.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Adebayo. Orlando grabs the miss. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
Jones the pass to Nunn, and he banks in the layup. Nunn's got 4 points this quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Outside Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
A really gifted athlete. You can tell Butler loves getting up to throw these dunks down.
52 seconds left to play here in the 4th. It's Fournier on the wing. There's the dish to Ennis. Kicks to Vucevic. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. Now the Heat take it the other way. Here's Adebayo. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Augustine passes to Gordon. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Really a fantastic job by Gordon to bury himself down there, giving the defense really no other choice than to foul him.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Right side, Dragic. The kick outside to Butler. Misses there. And so it's Orlando winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
body fluid, and goaltender. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
Game.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Miami. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, Chicago. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point. And for Chicago, Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the 1. different styles of basketball, and we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just wanted a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon their offensive philosophy. The game is changing, so hopefully you have a coach that is flexible. Hopefully you have a coach that is forward-thinking, and you have a coach that says, let it fly. That might be the most important.
Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
Wow, Butler letting it all hang out. This is why he's an all-star caliber player.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
The Heat have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Outside Robinson. Markkanen pulls it in. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Swiped it away. Here's Robinson. And the shot is good. Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
Well, I think Jimmy Buckets has underrated vision. He's more than capable of spotting open teammates and distributing the court.
And Jones over to help. Out to White. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta.
They were pretty tight to start this game. Started out with 4 straight misses. Maybe that one will get them going.
Here's Nunn. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Jones, the pass to Butler. Back to Jones. Stolen by Markkanen. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Coaching staff like seeing Markkanen work on his defense. I mean, showing improvement on this end.
When you watch Lauri Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Feeds it to Porter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. And really, Greg, the only knock on Markkanen is that he can be too passive at times.
And I suspect that will fade as he grows more comfortable in the league. You have to remember how young he is and missed a good amount of time with injury during that second year.
Pass to Nunn. Fires the 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
On the wing, Levine, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game.
Oh, Levine is such an explosive player. He's able to fight through the contact and get it to go.
From deep, Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
So Chicago ends up going with a new group. Here's Hero. Satoransky covering. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Satoransky. And some changes here for the Heat. Olynyk, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Iguodala in for Jimmy Butler. Dragic finds Iguodala. Shot clock at 5. Again, the miss by the Heat. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
And the basket by Hutchison.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Iguodala against Dunn. One-on-one here. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's Dragic with the rebound. It's stolen. Here's Cornette. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
The kick out to Crowder. The 3. Hero tips it back in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Nice defense there. That's Crowder's focus every time he takes the court.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well.
I worked extremely hard.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, GA, great balance of efficiency and intensity, which is why they hold the early lead.
We've got Valentine, center and there with Chris Dunn. Then it's Young, and it's Cornette in at the 5 spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Dunn kicks to Valentine. Out to the right wing. To the wing on the left. And it's Dunn in the corner. Passes it to Satoransky. Back to Young. 5 to shoot. Dunn outside. Here's Valentine. And that one hits back iron.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Iguodala dishes to Olynyk. He kicks to Dragic. Pass to Olynyk. To the left side wing. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Here's a look at the stats for Olynyk. His last 10 games, he's putting up 9 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Chicago trailing here. Poked away. And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance, and the powerful one-handed slam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor, and the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes, and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Valentine with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, and the potential Carter Jr. has is enticing. A multi-talented big who plays with the real competitive fire.
So for the Bulls, Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Young. Zach LaVine comes in for Denzel Valentine. And it's White in for Chris Dunn. And Miami with a change here too. Butler, he's checked in for Hero. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks.
Go get it, young man. Go get it. The thing's so fun to watch on these alley-oops.
Here's Butler. Leonard trying to break free. And there's another one for the Heat.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
White the pass to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And the stretch big man, Lauri Markkanen, very strong player on offense.
And I told you, Kevin, it's no secret. I like Markkanen best when he is a bit greedy. searching for a shot. I mean, sometimes I feel he can defer too much, but he has the skills to be a great scoring threat if he is playing aggressive.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Well, he hit that 1 3-pointer in the first quarter. Still none so far here in the second.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Carter. For the Heat, their last game a loss to the Hornets. The pass to Butler. Here's Nunn. The kick outside to Butler. Nunn passes to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. Markkanen passes to Hutchison. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
No question, GA. I mean, it takes skill and a certain level of fearlessness.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Harrison, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Here's Nunn. Back to Butler. Right side Leonard. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They did jump out to a lead in the opening. And that does it for our half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. They've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Robinson is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results. 3-pointers, they're not Butler's specialty, but he's a fearless scorer who doesn't set limits on his game.
Here's White, and he uses the glass on the layup. White's got 5.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Robinson finds Jones. The kick outside to Butler. A 3-pointer, no good. Carter with it. Jones covering. Bean passes to Carter. Count that one. And it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
Capable of doing many things well. LaVine has a good sense of when his guys roll.
Pass to Adebayo. Outside for Robinson. Stolen by Carter. And now here's Markkanen, the fast break chance. LaVine wide open. That one wide left.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. From a pure entertainment standpoint, who's a player that you think is must-watch TV?
Oh, man, you got to go Curry, Lillard, Harden, Giannis, Embiid, Simmons. I mean, you can just keep going. Let's go Lou Will off the bench. Let's even go defensively. You can even go Patrick Beverly. So many guys that is just so much fun to watch play. Must-see TV.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. The kick out to Porter. Clock is at 3. Young. He can't get that one to fall. The Heat go the other way with it. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
It's stolen by Jones. The kick out to Dragic. Three-pointer. Chicago grabs the miss.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
Shots good from Young.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Adebayo.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Chris Dunn's checked in for Chicago. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Heat. Here's Cornette. Olynyk is covering. They grab their own miss. Young with no one around. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
Outside Dragic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Valentine. Dragic against Satoransky. Dunn. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Dunn's got his first basket. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Here's Iguodala. And the layup is good. And the Heat lead by 1. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
51 seconds left to play in the third. To the inside. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Young with the steal. Pass to Cornette. Iguodala with the steal.
Pick up the pace, get the 2 for 1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
Pass to Hero. Kicks it to Olynyk. To the middle. Hero passes to Olynyk. Here's Hero. Banked in off the glass. Hero's got 7 points in the game.
You can count on Olynyk to move the ball quickly when he spots an open teammate. And that feed was phenomenal.
Here's Dunn. That one goes in.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Here's Hero. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Heat. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Chicago right now, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markin and Carter are up front, and it's Hutchinson in at small forward. Back to Carter.
Few guys are as good as Jimmy Butler defensively. I mean, he plays with great intelligence and effort.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. There's Levine down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah. You just want to keep fighting, you do your best, and you live with the results.
Butler dishes to Leonard. Out left to the wing. Here's Robinson. That shot off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's Hutchison. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Robinson down low. Guarded by Levine. Here's Nunn. 5 on the clock. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Hutchison passes to Markkanen. Count that bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Bulls. Heat also with the sub. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Leonard.
Yeah, growing up in Finland and going to college in the U.S., Lauri Markkanen quickly made the adjustment to the NBA, making the all-rookie team with the Bulls.
The kick outside to Butler. Offline with his 3. The Bulls leading by 4. Levine with it. Robinson picks him up, and the jam by Levine.
Showing off the entire arsenal right now. Levine's so outstanding. He's scoring in a multitude of ways.
The kick outside to Butler. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
What? Butler with the big-time play. He's never scared of the ball.
Bean passes to Carter. Over in the corner, White. And there's the pass to Markkanen. Back to Carter. The shot. There's the dish to Levine. The shot, no good. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Ball's knocked loose. Porter with the steal. Carter finds Levine. Now here's White. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Butler. And the call on the coach's challenge has been issued. A team like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Bulls making a change here. Satoransky's checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Dragic is checked in to tie it up. Lock at 6. Here's Adebayo. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
There's Levine. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No fear trying his luck inside. You know he has hops.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game. There's 39 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Bullseye! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around, and the Bulls with another miss. Outside Butler. Tipped away. The feed to Dragic. Porter with the steal. And oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Here's Porter. Count it!
Really growing up in these moments. You got to respect the concentration Porter has in the clutch.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Zach LaVine.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. What a show they put on here.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes.
And a lot of style coming off the Cavaliers bus early. Now it's ended up. Well, the G League continues to be a great asset for the NBA. Great stuff, David. Thank you. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point guard. And for the Heat, they've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. And he gets the bucket. And in tonight's game, pride definitely bred at stake when you were with the Spurs or any of the teams. Talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006, which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right. Yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive match.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how were we going to do the rock'em sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? We kind of took care of it. That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. And here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
Down low, here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here is Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also impact the
Too much at that. Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
I think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
None passes to Adebayo. Here's Jones. Bucket is good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
Again, more and more of these pick and rolls help Sexton settle into the pace of play.
And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished one ballot shot, burning all the MVP votes.
Well, we wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
A minute 42 left in the first quarter of the game. And Jones sends it back. Outside Robinson, and Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Miami. Jay Crowder's checked in for Derek Jones. And Hero subbed in for Robinson. A switch here also for Cleveland. Porter's checked in. Butler kicks to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by Miami. 5 to shoot. Crowder, the pass to Adebayo. Over Drummond, and Crowder stays with it.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays on the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Butler in the corner. No good from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Love the pass to Porter. That's in there. Love with the assist.
Yeah, Love can scan the floor. He's always looking for the late cutter and patient with that decision.
Passes to Adebayo. Now the dish to Crowder. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Crowder's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Drummond throws it down.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Crowder, and it's Miami with another.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Garland, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Garland's got 6 points.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
And don't go away. We'll be right back. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels hearing.
Things are different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2 spot. Olynyk high post. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
You can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Dragic. Garland with the bucket. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Heat have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Sexton's checked in. Here's Dragic from outside. Thompson with the rebound. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Windler, the pass to Sexton. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
And as most of us expected, Andre Iguodala continues to be a huge factor for anybody that he plays for. With his athleticism waning just a little bit, it's his experience and know-how that impacts the game the most. Just being in the right spot at the right time, taking the right calculated gamble. Andre Iguodala still impacting games at his age.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Dragic, and there's the lay-in. Now it's a 6-point Heat lead.
And Dragic just reading the floor right there and takes what he sees in transition. That's where you have to make quick decisions, and Dragic did it there.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Olynyk. Jay Crowder comes in for Myers-Leonard. And it's Butler in for Andre Iguodala. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And for Iguodala, Brent staying strong late in his career, he claims that taking up golf has helped him.
You know how many NBA coaches have tried to get away with that very same thing, Kevin? Almost all of them. But according to what Andre says, is the more that he goes out and plays golf and challenges himself as he's playing the course and staying with it mentally, he feels like the more that's helping him on the court. And as he gets to this advanced age where athleticism is going away, it's more about the mindset and the mind game. So tee it up. Maybe that's helping Andre in ways that we don't know about. He's still effective.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. 1:14 left in the second quarter. Here's Drummond. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
It's hard for opposing teams to box out Nance because of all the activity that Larry Nance Jr. has. Plays alive on every possession.
59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Well, they're passing to Adebayo. And stolen by Drummond. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Windler. Rebound by the Heat. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And you got to admire Butler. I mean, when he's got space to rise up for the finish, he does not hesitate.
Here's Drummond. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, way too much standing around in this quarter. They should look to get it inside for more high percentage chances.
Robinson's checked in for the Heat. Earl comes in for Butler. Free throw good. Drummond.
Colin Sexton describes himself as a combo guard who likes to stay in attack mode and is very explosive. When he sees a gap and he gets into seams, he gets down there and tries to make some things happen.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
24 seconds left here in the second. Here's Adebayo. Stolen by Garland. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And that one's good. Osman. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
From deep three-point range, Hero no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups. So maybe just...
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They were able to squeeze ahead. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Miami, they've got Robinson. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game number 3. And Miami shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Adebayo throws it down. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So, in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically. But certainly, every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
Good D by Drummond.
Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Outside Butler. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
No doubt that Butler continues to improve his passing. An excellent playmaker, really wants to make his teammates better.
Now, here's Sexton. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. That one good for 2. Love's got the lead up to 2 now for Cleveland.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Well, their pass it to Robinson. Adebayo with the ball. Defended by Sexton. Right block shot. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
The Heat have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. It's Dragic with the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. Dragic has got it all tied up now for the Heat.
And Dragic, sometimes you can see it in his eyes. Once the gap is there, he's going to find a terrific finish. His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him. The rookie class last year was very impressive, especially the top 5 picks earning all rookie first team honors. Colin is one of those guys last year, third among rookies in scoring, and really was good towards the tail end of the season.
That one goes. Count it.
Sexton getting right through the defense and putting that speed to work.
Let's do Adebayo. Unloads from 13. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got 3 assists now in this one. And Sexton, the third rookie ever to average 16 points per game with over 40% from long range. And Brent over 80% from the line.
Yeah, a lot of that, Kevin, came late in the season as he tried to get his footing early on. Scored 20 points or more in 8 straight games. He was the first rookie to do that since Tim Duncan did it back in 1998.
And here are the Heat now. Love the pass to Osman. Back to Love. Cleveland moving it around. The baseline J. And it's Osman missing. The Heat have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. To the paint. Adebayo passes to Jones. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
And let's take a look at Colin Sexton's numbers. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. Right around 25 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And yes, it's good. Porter's got 7.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Olynyk the pass to Hero. He dishes it to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
Possessing the length and explosiveness to do just that. Leonard looks good when he's taking it hard to the rack.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Garland. He's got 10. Rebound by Olynyk. Crowder goes in. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And it's 8 points for Jay Crowder.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Here's Thompson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Thompson's got such a good motor and is such a good athlete for a guy his size. Charges into the lane that time.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Here's Nunn. From outside the arc. Can't get it to fall.
This is where Larry Nance Jr.
Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the fourth? And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Nance and Thompson are up front. Garland is out there with Porter. And it's Windler in at the small forward. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. Then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
And that one, good. 8 points for Leonard.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Well, Heat leading by 4. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Hero. There's the pass to Silva. Banked in off the glass. And the Heat lead by 6.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Kicks it to Leonard. Over Drummond. Hits the jump hook. Leonard's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Heat.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And it's sent back by Leonard.
There's some good commitment from Myers Leonard on defense there. Gets his hands up and swats that one away.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Dragic. Garland, no good. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his first foul. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Dragic kicks to Robinson. Outside Butler. Dragic the pass to Adebayo. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. Osman comes in for Porter. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Dragic with it. Butler kicks to Dragic. Lets it go with the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, he did not think twice. Firing away, Dragic knocks down and sinks the 3 ball.
And there's a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That is his first foul of the game. That's his first personal foul. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Dragic. Shot from 16. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Another shot outside Dragic. Butler deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. Outside Robinson. Miami needs to get a shot off. It's good. And it's an 11-point Miami lead.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Count it. 14 points for Darius Garland.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Dragic finds Robinson. Back to Dragic. Pass to Adebayo. Over Drummond. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Drummond throws it down.
Colin Sexton forced into the role in Cleveland with tons of minutes, but also having to orchestrate the offense for a very young team.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dragic the pass to Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Robinson.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
Back to Osman. Fires for 3. Knocks down the 3. Jones kicks to Butler. On deep. The putback. Yep, it's good.
Just in a perfect position.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at Miami, advantage in one series. And, of course, there's the Magic, down 4 spots from them.
And right now for Miami, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Yeah, here they are. And at this point, you've got to think they're set up to make a serious run in the postseason.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And for the Heat, they've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Robinson is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. The shot by Butler, nobody around. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
Pass to Jones. Adebayo with the ball. And Vucevic pulls it down. Now here's Ennis, defended by Butler. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. Augustine looking around. The high post shot. Well, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20, game 30, where guys starting to get nights off.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net. and get into some kind of rhythm.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. And Adebayo throws it down.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Here's Ennis, and Ennis slams it in.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. And then Jones with the jam.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
Ennis kicks to Vucevic over Adebayo. And it's Vucevic missing. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Right side, Jones. Here's Nunn, guarded by Augustine. 4 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by Gordon. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for Miami. Hero passes to Adebayo. Miami no good on that time either.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
Miami trailing. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his feeling will be.
2 points, that one goes.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Heat have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Hero passes to Adebayo. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Vucevic.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Butler. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. Birch's shot's good.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
Crowder goes in. Pass to Hero. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Jay Crowder gets it. He's applying pressure on the offensive end, and he beats them with the pass.
Here's Fultz. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now here's Fultz. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
And a phenomenal attack of the rim off the drive from Iguodala there. Just exploding to the hoop past the defense.
Bamba kicks to Carter-Williams. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
To the inside, deflects the pass. Out of bounds, magic ball as Orlando keeps possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
You like the extra pass. MCW using his height to see over the...
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. They've got Dragic. Myers Leonard is out there with Olynyk. And there's Iguodala. And it's Silva in at the 3, the small forward. And here is Iguodala after Markelle Fultz made that last three-pointer. Iguodala kicks to Dragic. Launches a 3. A putback.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
It's stolen by Dragic. To the middle. And the jam with Iguodala.
And just a spectacular play from Iggy there. Seeing a path to the basket and just taking off towards the rim.
Now the pass to Ross. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And Ross with the slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Outstanding work from Iggy. So skilled in finishing off the drive.
Down low. And the rejection by Leonard. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Orlando making some changes. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Kem Birch. James Ennis comes in for Terrence Ross. And Fournier subbed in for Carter Williams. Now here's Fournier. No points in the game yet for him. It's good from long range.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Robinson drives in, tries from 10, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Robinson. Orlando's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And finished off by Fultz.
Yeah, you got to be aware of that overall athleticism of Fultz. Awesome at getting inside and finishing with power.
No good there. The Heat trail by 3. Here's Olynyk. And Bamba pulls it down.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Well, you talk about physical depth for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Miami. Then for the Magic, Vucevic comes in for Mohamed Bamba. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now it's an 8-point Magic lead.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Right, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach. And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Here is Augustine. Myers Leonard picking up that last basket. Fournier for 3. Some solid defense from Robinson.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Nunn passes to Leonard. Over Gordon. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Leonard.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm. They are just killing him on the interior.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Butler passes to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And it's 8 points for Leonard.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Gordon, Vucevic, great positioning on the putback. And the Magic lead by 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Often the way you end quarters has a big impact on the outcome of the game.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And the shot goes down.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Olynyk nails the baby hook. Olynyk's got his first 2 points of the night.
And really the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk. Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Shots good from Butler.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Fournier for 3. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
It's stolen by Ennis. And now Orlando on the break. Shoots. Here's Vucevic. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those...
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sport. The first half was all about Aaron Gordon. He had 14 points, 3. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. And Orlando has possession. Following the score by Miami. From past the arc. Kept alive Orlando. Augustine passes to Fournier. Goes back up. And it's Orlando with another. You know, Smitty, NBA referees, officials now have a presence on social media that's aiming at educating fans on calls and why they're made.
Yes, and I love it, Kevin, if you have these demos and talk about plays and games and situations that you're educating fans. It's just that fans look at it when these referees, who are human, miss calls, and then they want to re-show these plays that they missed. We still got to understand they're human, and they're going to miss some calls.
Well said, Steve. Now, here's Adebayo. Augustine grabs the board.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for James Ennis. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for Miami. It's a 16-point game. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home.
And Fultz loves pushing the pace. He's downright terrifying in the open floor. Loves jumping all over the defense.
Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And he's going up for the alley-oop and finished off by Fultz.
Oh, and this is why so many people are high on Fultz. That wasn't a petty. That wasn't a Manny. That was a facial.
Now here's Iguodala. He's got 8, and it's Dragic off the drive. Shot by Crowder, no good.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And the basket by Gordon.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Heat have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. To end the run. Goes up again. Crowder. Here's Adebayo. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Now here's Fultz. He's got 11, and he gets it to go.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential He could make a big leap.
And he recovers it. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 1:51 left in the third quarter of the game. Ross, that's good. Ross has got 6. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
And he banks in the layup. Gordon's got 7 points for the quarter.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Crowder goes in, wants to get it to Adebayo and does. And Adebayo throws it down.
Superb vision and decision by Jake Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Good. Gordon's got 23 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Pass to Dragic. And the foul on Kem Birch. That is his first foul of the game. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Adebayo. And a switcher also for Orlando. Evan Fournier's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Pass to Dragic. The kick out to Crowder. Just 5 on the clock. Tries it from 19. No good from Dragic.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Count the basket.
Such a big part of Gorn's game, the dribble drive.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Passes it to Hero. Back to Dragic. And he comes up with the deuce. Dragic has got his second basket of the night.
And we see this a lot with Gorn, using his size and craftiness to finish inside.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Orlando. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Hill. Olynyk is out there with Jones, and it's Nunn in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Jones against Carter Williams. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. You're a proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there's some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Frazier. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Hill has the open look. Nails the wide open jump shot. Hill's got his first basket of the night. Orlando's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Wandu passes to Birch. And that one is off. Good D by Jones. Right side, Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Smitty, the NBA more active now in developing players before they enter the NBA. Not just the fundamentals, but the values of the game.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. The league has been taking a hands-on approach. There's nothing wrong with teaching the next generation life lessons about the sport and through the sport.
And Miami making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Now here is Augustine. Tight defense on him. Ennis dishes to Fournier. Off target from outside. Heat shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Augustine with the steal. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points. Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Fournier, it's good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Outside Hill. Kicks to Leonard. It's back to Hill. Clock at 4. Makes it off the glass. Hill's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Gordon, the pass to Fournier. 11 feet away. Rebound by the Heat. Jones has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's the Heat on the break. And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Whenever Andre gets loose on the break, you have to reward him. Great job running the floor, one of the best in the business.
And Fournier kicks to Augustine. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward-thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. And it's Miami with the rebound. Jones has got 6 rebounds in the game. Vucevic finds Gordon. Good work defensively by Jones. The Heat have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Magic.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Aaron Gordon.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
And he knocks down the first one. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Both free throws good from Hill. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Bamba inside. He's covered by Leonard. Yep, that one goes.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Bamba from outside off the mark. And here are the Heat now. The pass to Leonard. The 3 from Hill. And Bamba pulls it down. Pass to Frazier. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
Hello and thank you. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Taking a look at Miami. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, Chicago. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And, you know, for the Bulls, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point. And for Miami, they've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the 1. Great look, but off the mark. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Hey, look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Money from the wing. Outside, White. Inside, kick out to Levine. Over Robinson. Levine can't hit. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Floats it up for Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Oh, and the connection Butler has with his teammates, he knows when they're going to throw it his way.
Now White, his last outing with 20 points. Pass to Levine from the arc. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
There's the triple. And the Bulls get it back. It's good on the putback.
Oh, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
Here's Jones, and Jones slams it home.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now here's Levine, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Goes up and slam dunk by Butler.
Getting out on the break, Butler completes the transition play.
Knocks it loose. Down low, here's White. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanted to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. Some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year, and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players, and they affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter. And Satoransky's subbed in for Zach LaVine. Shot clock at 2. Hero, no good. The Bulls leading by 3. Young with the ball. Out guarded by Crowder. And White kicks to Young. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Lets the 3 fly. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
No, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
From deep three-point range, he can't get that one. And the Heat going the other way now. Iguodala, the pass to Crowder. And Crowder flattens it in.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Young with no one around. Misses the 3. The Heat trail by 4. Hero passes to Dragic. And Olynyk with the basket on the assist by Dragic.
Has this offense been running? I'm just getting tired of watching them.
White drives in, and White slams it in.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Crowder feeling it out a bit. Got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Offense, the order of the day. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. We've got Valentine. Harrison out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Young, and it's Cornett in at the center position. Young for 3, and it's Dragic with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, Gia, you're right. I mean, the team committed to Boylan to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. Yeah, a lot going wrong there.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Heat ball. And let's take a quick look at the point guards this year, racking up the most steals per game. Second is Chris Dunn.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
It's not just their quickness or their hands that has them on the top of the list. It's their defensive instinct that sets them apart.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Cornett. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Cornett's got his first 2 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Hero. The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Oh, and making that extra pass, Iguodala committed to running the offense there.
And it's done, penetrating over Dragic. The second chance effort. The shot by Valentine, no good.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
Iguodala, no good. For Chicago, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Young against Dragic. Fires at the elbow. Harrison in the corner. It's hauled in by Andre Iguodala.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
To the wing right side. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Lowry Marketing comes in for Young, and Levine subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Now here's Leonard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Adebayo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Miami shooting their first free throws of the game. There's always at least one joker on every roster. Who was the funniest guy, Chris, you ever played alongside?
Oh, man, by far it's Jay Will. Jay
Was
Will,
he?
White Chocolate. He was the funniest before the game, after the game, during the game. He would,
Really?
you know, it'd be a bad call by a ref or something. He'd say something to the ref would laugh and pat him on the butt. I mean, he was, he's a funny guy. He's somewhere right now telling jokes, having somebody laugh and fall out on the floor. It was just his personality, a hard worker, but he definitely was the joker on the court.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Now, here's Dunn. Not a lot of room. And a wide open look for Porter. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Oh, I like watching Porter filling up from the mid-range, demonstrating a nice touch from the in-between area of the floor.
And Miami making a change here. Crowder's checked in. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for Chris Dunn.
That's a nice defensive effort. Sticking right up on him, affecting the shot.
Yep, that one goes in there. And it's a 4-point Chicago lead.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Here's Butler. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Butler's got 8.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Hutchison. Markkanen trying to break loose. Hutchison's shot is off. The Heat have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Shot's good by Butler. Butler's got the game tied up here for Miami.
What a polished player Butler is, using strong fundamentals to get the job done.
Levine, good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
It's Robinson high post. Markkanen on him. Adebayo. And it's Miami with another.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To the inside. And the jam by Levine.
Oh, what a wonderful dunker. Give Levine any opportunity to flush it home. He won't pass it up.
None passes to Adebayo. Levine against Butler. And he converts the layup. Butler's got 6 in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Satoransky. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throw good, Satoransky. A different look for Miami. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Adebayo. And it's Derek Jones in for Robinson. And the Bulls making a change also. White's checked in.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Now here's Olynyk. Jones, no one around him. A three-pointer is right on target. Jones has got his 2nd bucket of the night. The Bulls have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. White looking around. On the wing, Levine. Beyond the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Levine's got 10.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Well, it's a matter of pride, and a matter of each side trying to seize control of this game right now.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 2. And now, thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break. Or 3rd.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your...
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Heat, they've got Jones. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. And Adebayo is out there with Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Miami shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Jimmy Butler. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago.
Yeah, and with Lauri Markkanen, you know you're going to get shooting from his spot. Great release and has been efficient from range since his rookie year.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. Chicago also making some changes. Young's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Zach LaVine. Jones. Oh, and he jams it right over Wendell Carter. Wow.
And this is the level of unselfishness that Butler brings. A total pro who moves the ball well.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris, with Markkanen, the shooting frees up the rest of his offensive game.
Yeah, and he's better than you think at going to the rim. He doesn't blow by anyone, but has the length and the hops on his drives to get a solid look while on the move.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Jones. Iguodala comes in for Jimmy Butler. And Hero subbed in for Robinson. Then for the Bulls, Valentine's checked in for Porter. And it's done in for White. Rejected by Young. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Bulls. Rockets the pass to Silva. Now Leonard. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Hero. Buries the long-range jumper. Hero's got a second bucket tonight, and not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Cornett kicks to Harrison. Done outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Heat have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Cornett can't get it to go. The Heat leading by 4. Here's Hero. He's got 5. Here's Silva. Kept alive. The Bulls have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And now here are the 2K leaderboard. Since the All-Star break, these teams are leading the NBA in second chance points. Number 5, the Bulls.
Not many will go after it on the offensive boards the way they do. I mean, and particularly since the break, they have really made teams pay on the inside.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Young. And Zedaransky subbed in for Harrison. Bulls trail by 4. The 3 from Valentine. But they'll get another chance. Cornett kicks to Dunn. To the paint. Crowder with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Olynyk inside. Iguodala finds Crowder. Back to Iguodala. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Back to Valentine. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Valentine's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Over to the left wing. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
And not many checks in the NBA, but C-Web's Tomas Satoransky leading the way on that front.
Yeah, best player from a country that is having a golden age for their national team. Satoransky, I mean, he said that he's very proud to represent the Czechs in the NBA, and he's doing a great job at it.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Markkanen, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Porter comes in for Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Chris Dunn. Crowder finds Robinson. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Dunn. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Stellar awareness from Levine. I mean, seeing an opening and ripping through it with this relentless athleticism.
Here's Dunn. No good again that time. Crowder with the steal. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. It's the Bulls. They're up by 3. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Right, just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim. And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, you do your best, and you live with the results.
Back to Robinson. No good. Good work defensively by Carter. Levine for 3. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Butler. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Porter. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Stolen by Levine. Markkanen with it. Butler covering. Here's White. And again, no good by Chicago. The Heat trail by 4. To the middle. Here's Robinson. Great pass to set up the way-in.
Oh, Kevin, such a gifted passer. Olynyk used to play the point guard position. I mean, you can see it in his skill set.
Levine against Robinson. And here's Levine. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the wing. Here's White. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 7 rebounds in the game. And then Carter with the jam.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Back to Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. See some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's Levine. Rebound by Butler. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
We're just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Chicago foul call. Here's Adebayo to take the lead. That one doesn't drop.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Markkanen against Jones. Outside Porter. He kicks to Carter. 5 to shoot.
Inside 2 minutes. Inside goal.
Here's White. Rejected by Dragic. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Jumps up. And Adebayo throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And hey, when you're a big shot maker in college, that often carries over to this level. Certainly as for White.
What? Butler with the big-time play. He's never scared of the ball.
Feeds it to Markkanen. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Bulls lead by 2.
This is why they go to Markkanen here. I mean, because he welcomes the chance to take big-time shots.
Jones, the pass to Rice. Now, here's Adebayo. Robinson kicks to Jones. Shoots over Markkanen. Jones, no luck. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. Outside, White. And a miss there on the triple. He'd have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Robinson finds Adebayo. Good ball movement here by Miami. No good from Dragic.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Sadaransky's checked in for White. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Oh, I mean, what a time to turn it over. I mean, if this game doesn't go their way, we're going to look back on that.
Here's Levine. And the Bulls with another miss. Here's Miami now, trailing by 2. Count!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hand. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Porter. And the call on the shot. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's called about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And that was a little bit of a range check for them.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. You see a lot of this now.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so...